Setting up a classroom is
stressful,
but it does not have to be with our quick and easy tips and tricks that will get your classroom ready in no time. This first week is all about visualizing and formulating ideas.
I like these light bulbs. It's like I'm having a ton of good ideas.
When you go in and take a look at your classroom on this visualization day, walk around each area of the classroom, stop and picture what you want it to look like. Take some pictures, jot notes down right on the pictures, and say, I'm going to move my classroom library right here, or this is where I'm going to have my turn-in bin. This really helps you visualize your perfect learning space and get you into classroom setup mode. Go in and just take a look. I don't want you to start setting up your classroom the first day you go in. The first day is all about just walking around your classroom, assessing what areas you want to set up, and visualizing your perfect learning space. The second part of this week is an ideas list. Take stock of what materials you have, get rid of the materials you did not use at all last year, and write a list of things you are wanting or needing. I am a garage sale and thrift store or dollar store queen, and I use those stores often to grab resources all summer long. I love to find books, clipboards, binders, folders. Now, if you are a first-year teacher, you need to decide which areas of the classroom you specifically want or need. Classroom libraries, I would say, are a must. Then you can display all of the books you want your students to be interested in. You're going to want a whole group learning area in first and second grade. It's usually pretty common to bring the kids up front when you're teaching lessons. That way they are focused completely on you. I usually have a rug that I've laid out showing them where they're going to want to sit. You could also find sit spots or even create some on a Cricut or with little square pieces of colored duct tape. Let's talk bulletin boards and wall displays. Decide this week what you are going to put on each bulletin board, or if you need to create a bulletin board in spaces where you do not have one. If you need to create a bulletin board, this can be easily done if you follow the tips in the video I will link in the description below, talking about ways to create bulletin boards when you do not have one. The main thing about a bulletin board is it needs to serve a purpose. It should not just be a wall decoration. I've used mine to do math vocabulary words, and I leave them up for the year. I love math vocab cards with pictures of the concept. This is great to reference during whole group math lessons. I also use one of my bulletin boards for a sound wall. I've used them before to hold my classroom calendar and birthday displays as well. I also created my own little bulletin board to display my social studies and science concepts of the week. Students are usually very engaged in those subjects, and this bulletin board definitely served a purpose. The last thing to think about this week is, are you going to have a theme? Now, we're going to talk about that in video 4 of this series quite a bit, and I'm going to show you how to create a theme in one day. But it doesn't hurt to start thinking about your color scheme, and if you're going to want to bring in anything from home to make this space more like a home away from home. This first visit into your classroom should be no longer than an hour. Remember, you're walking around, taking a look and visualizing the space, thinking about your bulletin boards and theme, and taking stock of your inventory of supplies. All right, grab your pen and paper, because this next video we are going to create our perfect classroom layout so that you can set up your classroom in one day. See you next week.